Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 9 of our Merlin live question and answer session. And today it's going to be an exciting episode because we've got some brand new feature sets that we're going to be taking you through during today's episode. Not only are we going to continue to improve Merlin, Mario, eventually we're going to make this the #1 crypto tracker on the planet. And it's updates like these, like the ones we're going to provide today, that are good evidence as to why our application is going to be one of the best. Before we even talk about that, I would just want to give a big thank you to everybody. If you've survived the volatility over this last month, you've probably aged a decade in terms of crypto volatility. We're looking at a market today. Bitcoin's at about 88,000, Ethereum's 2,100, XRP $2.57, Solana's 143, and Cardano is 89 cents this morning. And why is that so important to update our listeners on? Because what we went through over this past week was a classic example of a bear trap in the crypto market. We had so much optimism after the November 5th election that as we look at the market today and where we are, it seems like there's so many positive headlines, so much positive news, yet the price charts aren't acting accordingly. That's why we need our listeners to be prepared for this bull market when it comes seemingly out of nowhere. And coincidentally, Mario, the White House is hosting their first ever crypto summit tomorrow. So now more than ever, is it a priority for people to create a plan for themselves and understand where you're going to be taking profit this bull run? But before we get into any of that, reminder, guys, this is a live question and answer session for the Merlin application. If you have a question, throw it in the comments. We'll pull it up during today's episode and we can get into the specifics of this thing. But Mario, first of all, how are you feeling and what's on your mind, my friend?
I am feeling good. I am definitely excited to be back here for another Merlin live Q&A. We have something very exciting to talk about today. This is a massive enhancement that we have made to our assets page. So I am especially happy to be here today because a lot of the features that have been asked over the course of the last few months have finally been delivered. The team's been hard at work to revamp the assets page, and we're going to be talking about that today. And we're also going to be showing everyone how it works, what you can do with it. And so I'm really happy about that, Abs. But obviously, crypto environment is super exciting too. This is not like coming here during 2023 and 2022 where it was just so scary to be a part of crypto. There was just so much uncertainty, and we're finally in a positive environment. And we've been talking about it a lot on Good Morning Crypto. But for those of you that are not watching Good Morning Crypto, you obviously should. But you know, this is finally a time that we've turned a page and we're witnessing crypto adoption and regulation take place. And so I couldn't think of a better way for Merlin to really shine right now, because Merlin is the smartest way to track your crypto. And as Ab said, we are on path to turning Merlin into the only app you need in crypto, meaning it's going to be able to do everything that you need for crypto. But Abs, take the lead and let's get this show on the road.
I just want to remind you guys, this is the best crypto application in the making right now. And we do not custody your assets. We don't have access to any of your cryptocurrency. We are simply a software application that allows you to create an exit plan and make the most out of these crypto bull markets. When we look at our Merlin mock portfolio, Mario, for a long time, we were trading sideways here at about $100,000 worth of value. And I think this is a great correlation to what we've seen in the broader crypto markets as well. This portfolio that we've been tracking is about 90% Bitcoin and XRP alone, and the value has doubled in the past 4 months, taking us from about $91,000 to $174,000 today. But for any of our daily Merlin users, this is an update you're going to be excited about. So we've made some massive feature updates here when it comes to the application in and of itself and how you're going to get the most during this crypto bull market. Well, it starts with organization, accessibility, and of course, knowing what you're going to do when these prices eventually rise. Mario, I think it's a good time to just get into some of these enhancements, and then we'll break down how our users can apply these concepts for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. So we've made a massive assets page enhancement, and let's jump into some of the key features of this asset page enhancement and what's now available, what you can do. And one of the things that we've done is we've enhanced the table layout for better visibility. And so a couple of things that have been implemented into this, we've implemented sticky headers. And sticky headers is just basically the ability, as you're scrolling down the list on your crypto assets, you know exactly what each column represents. Before, unless you really memorized what each column was, you would potentially have to scroll back to the top of the list to see what that column data was. Now we've made it where that header part of the table remains visible through the entire thing. And I'm probably just going to fire through these because we are going to jump into the Merlin assets page, and I'll show you exactly what all of this means. We've also added a total row to the bottom of the table, so you can now see totals across the board. And we've enabled customization options so that you can have a tailored experience. So what this means is you'll be able to do a condensed table view. You're now truly able to hide coins. To hide columns and show columns. So that means that any type of data that you feel is not relevant, if you just want to streamline it, make it so that all the points that you want to see are there, and the ones that you don't really care about are not there, and not creating confusion, you can now do that. And obviously the ability to rearrange them is a massive one, because a lot of people might care more about seeing what the price of that particular asset is today. Others may want to see what profit they're making. And so having the ability to rearrange is great. And then with that, we also enabled smarter navigation and faster access. So what this means is that you're now able to do search of particular coins within your asset list. So guys, exciting. For those of you that have 15, 20, even 100 different projects and plus, you're now able to filter that down by searching them up. And then obviously a massive one that's been asked for a long period of time is the ability to truly hide an asset, so that if you have those coins that are airdropped into your account that kind of just show up because unfortunately crypto is the Wild West, and somehow they allow for the same ticker symbol to be used across different blockchains when they're fake coins. So now you have the ability to really not see them anymore as part of your asset list. So we are going to show you what that looks like in the practical, but this is the big announcement. Abs, is there anything that you want to add before we jump into our Merlin demo?
I just want to answer a couple of questions from chat, guys, because this is a Q&A. So continue asking your questions in chat. Daniel comments, is this an app? It is not an application. It is on a web browser. So Mario, I feel like you'd be able to speak to this very well. The process is very simple to add the icon to your home screen on an iPhone. But what does it mean that it's a web browser app instead of an application on the App Store?
So it's an accessible app, and it's accessible across all devices. It runs as a web app. So what that means is that through any device or through the browser on any device, you're able to access Merlin. And depending on what device you're viewing from, obviously depending on the screen size, it auto adjusts. So Merlin has actually been designed to be a mobile app right from the beginning. We don't have the official App Store and Play Store applications yet, but they are in the works, and we'll most likely be seeing an Android app released first very soon, and then following up with the iPhone app. But for anybody that does obviously want to have it on your phone, you don't have to rely on, or you don't have to go through the process of opening your browser, typing in the URL, signing in. You can actually add a shortcut to your homepage, and we show you exactly how to do that in our help section. So if you're a Merlin user, you can just click on the help and support, and actually you could just click on that chat icon all the way on the bottom right, and if you type in app or iPhone app, you will actually see the instructions on how to add it to your home screen. It's super easy, and it works literally just like an app.
Here's another question we got. Aaron Costello says, I haven't been able to connect my phone to the app because it won't send the verification code. Mario, what's a solution here?
All right, so I'm assuming that that person is referring to the phone number. So we currently don't have a full featured enabled service for phone numbers. The long story, or the short version of it, is that carriers began blocking our texts because we are crypto related service, and we were essentially in what they call a forbidden category. So we're working through that. We believe that there's been some new developments as far as this is concerned, and that we can potentially participate in text messaging again. So the team is hard at work to implement another solution, and so therefore you will be able to enable texting and therefore get the verification code. So at this time, when you are in the settings, the only place where this is being required is in the settings. You don't have to worry about putting your phone number. You can just leave that blank. Yeah, if you want to show that real quick, Abs, click on settings, and then right there in the profile, you could actually just leave that phone number part blank. You don't have to fill it in, and it will work normal. And the notifications are being delivered by email. So nothing for you to worry about. The notifications will be delivered by email. Once the mobile apps are released, notifications will also be delivered straight through the app. And texting is going to be coming soon. So once that's released, we'll make an announcement.
Good update, guys. Hopefully that was helpful. I also want to address this comment we hear. Bill Ramsey said, I look to start Merlin in the near future. This is perfect. Thanks, fellas. You're welcome, Bill, and I'm sure Johnny Crypto would say you're welcome as well. But Mario, let's get into some of those new feature sets and how people can make the most of them. John Parent just commented, QQ, does the dashboard show your cost basis for each owned token on your watch list, Mario?
Yes, so your dashboard is going to show you your cost basis for the tokens that you own, correct? And we're going to jump that in just a second. So Abs, you're showing your asset list. Oh yeah, there you go, perfect. So this is the asset list, and this is the new layout that we've introduced. It, at a glance, it looks very similar to the prior one, but there's a lot more customizability. Obviously, you do have the ability of sorting these as you please. But one of the things that I really love about this new layout, Abs, is look at this. As we scroll down, this part right here, the header, it becomes sticky. So that means that if you're scrolling down this list and you're like, oh man, I don't remember what this column was anymore. Well, right there, it's the price. And this one is the percentage allocation. So you don't get lost anymore as you're scrolling down your list. And also right at the bottom here, you actually get a total for the different columns where the total is obviously relevant. We might not want to know the total of change in price. It makes no sense. But for example, for your dollar gain, for your percentage gain, obviously your total gain in both dollars and percentage, that's super important. So you can now see those at the bottom here, as well as obviously in the chart right here. One of the things that you can also do is you can now let's jump into this right here. So you now have a bunch of settings, and this is honestly my favorite part, Abs. You now have the ability to create what is called, or enable what is called, a condensed table. And the condensed table is just, this is way too much. I don't want to see all of this stuff. I just want to see a couple of things. And so what we've determined is that there are a few of these columns that are essential, and we've included them. We made them part of the condensed table. And that is the price, the percentage allocation, the daily gain, the total gain, average cost, and total value. But what the thing that I love about this, that the team made sure to think about, was, hey, we may consider this a condensed table, but what if someone actually doesn't want some of this stuff that's here, wants less? Like, for example, I don't necessarily need to see my daily gain. I'm more interested in seeing my total gain. So I could actually just turn this off. And then when I click apply, I now only have these 5 columns. I have the price, percentage allocation, the total gain, average cost, and total value. But now let's say, what, I don't care necessarily about the price first. I want to see what my total value is first. I want to see what my percentage allocation is second. And then, sure, give me the price. Or actually, what? Of course, we want to see what our total gain is. So I actually want to see my total gain second. And then we'll leave these as is like this. So we can actually rearrange these columns. When we click apply, instantly, it's now got the order that we chose. And we can see total value, total gain, percentage allocation, price, and average cost. But of course, you might be asking yourself, well, when you enabled condensed table, it took out some stuff that I would like to see. So what you can do in that scenario is you just don't enable condensed table, and then you enable or disable the ones that you do want to see. So super customizable and super easy. You could just drag these to make the order that you like. And then obviously the last setting that we have here, by default, the coins that you have marked as hidden no longer show on your list. But if you do want to see them, because let's say for some reason you hid something that you weren't supposed to, you could actually just toggle this option on, click apply, and you'll be able to see the coins that you marked as hidden with this strike through right here. Let me just...
Very cool, Mario. And it's a huge improvement, guys, because all we're trying to do is make this process simpler, easier, and remove emotions from the crypto market. And I think Johnny Crypto's idea was very simple. If people know how they're going to act when these prices appreciate, it removes a lot of the uncertainty. It removes a lot of the anxiety from the crypto bull market. What just happened to us in November, Mario, was a small glimpse of what we're going to get here at the end of 2025, where people started changing their plans and thinking things were different and not taking profit. The reason that we advocate for always sticking to your plan is because you're doing it pre-bull run with a level head. So if there's no emotions to deal with, these are the estimates and these are the price targets that you should be executing on. And I think Mario just outlined how we can make that process a lot easier using the Merlin application. But Mario, another thing that I think is a great improvement here is the exit plan. And there's some people here who have never even seen an exit plan. So it'd be great to open up one of your illustrations that you have available. And I think XRP may be a great example to kind of start. If you could just walk people through very simply what an exit plan is, and then we'll dive into it.
Yeah, absolutely. So an exit plan, as Abs kind of touched on it, is just it's a strategy that you create so that you know exactly what you're investing for. You're investing in these cryptocurrencies, but what is your goal? And I'm sure we can all agree that most people's goal is to potentially capitalize on it. But having the ability to create the exit plan really solidifies when you're going to be taking profit on these projects. And so Merlin's main feature is the exit strategy tool. And the exit strategy tool basically allows you to determine what percentage from my holdings do I want to sell. That's the number one. And then the second thing is, all right, when am I actually going to sell it? And then obviously the most important part for me is having all the data at a glance. As you can see, this is an XRP exit strategy that's been created in this demo account. And we have the ability to, at a glance, see everything that we're going to pull out of the market. Now, what I would like to do, Abs, is I would like to edit this exit strategy, and let's go in here. And we're going to show everyone what it looks like when you're creating one. So let me delete this. All right. So this is what it would look like if you've never created an exit strategy for this particular asset. So the first thing you do is you click on this set an exit strategy button. And then, as I said before, the first question you get is how much percentage are you selling? How much percentage are you holding? Right. So let's do a 50-50 just to keep the numbers simple and more straightforward. So 50% of our total of 100,500 coins, we're going to sell. The other 50% we're going to hold. So then the next piece of information that we put in here, Abs, is the actual exit target. So from the 50,250 coins, what percentage are you going to sell of that at what price point? And I really like when you give your input on this part, Abs. So what should we do here?
Let's do 20% of our tokens at $5.89. Then we'll do 40% of our tokens at $6.75.
Okay.
10% at $10. And then the remaining allocation percentage, which I believe should be 30%.
Yep.
Let's do it at about $26.
Awesome. So how simple was that? We obviously started with three targets, extra time. That's right. We started the 3 targets. As you saw, I clicked here and it added another row. You honestly you can add as many as you like. There's no limitation to the number of rows that you can create or the number of exit targets that you can create. And at a glance, as I was populating these values, we were seeing the totals come to fruition. The target allocated is now 100%, but before I put this 30, you could see what let's delete this guy. So before I put it, you can see it's showing us at 70%. So as you're doing it, you get a glance of everything up until that point. And I really like the fact that you are able to see your value or the value that you will potentially be extracting from the market, as well as one of my favorite parts, the estimated taxes. Like, how important is it that as you're creating an exit strategy, you can already account, ballpark, because so many different factors, but this is not a tax software yet, but at least you can already account for what you need to set aside to pay for taxes. So we give you all the information that you need to succeed, to exit the market successfully, but also prepare and pay your taxes. So I love this part, Abs.
Mario, let's go through a few of the questions that we have in chat. Yeah. So Bill Ramsey said, I signed up and started the process on Merlin, but I don't have the exact amounts of what I bought my cryptos at because I started investing almost 2 years ago. Any suggestions? Well, Mario may have some input here. What I did is I went to the exchanges that I initially purchased on, went to the transaction history, and then you can always manually apply that. But here's something even better. If you've been using Coinbase, for example, this entire time, when you connect your Coinbase, all of that information is going to automatically connect to Merlin. So you won't even have to worry about it. As long as you go through the app, through the add an exchange tab on the Merlin application, all of that's going to be done for you. You won't even have to worry about it. So let me know in the live chat about your update. Nathan said, Abs, don't judge me, but I finally subscribed to you. Thank you for the GMC team and all that you do. Thank you, Nathan. Less than a Starbucks cup of coffee a month, my friend. So appreciate you very much. Aaron Costello said, I know you guys make exit targets when assets are going up. Do you do the same when prices drop? And now, Mario, there's some big things in the work when it comes to that topic in particular. So I'll let you answer that one. I'm not going to get in trouble with the boss man, Johnny Crypto.
Well, I'm going to plead the fifth. Let me just put it that way. I'm going to plead the fifth, but let me just say that is a great idea. It is not the first time we've heard of it, but it's a great idea.
Big things in the works on that topic, guys. And it's like, It's like Larry Fink, right? If there wasn't anything in the works, we would say that. So that tells you everything you need to know. KG, shout out to you, my friend. He said abs knows. Bill Ramsey said, oh, okay, sounds good, my man. That's awesome. Daniel said, Abs and Mario, is there any need for customer service representatives at Merlin? I believe we don't need any customer service representatives, but let me defer to Mario. I don't want to speak for you.
Well, the problem is there's this thing called AI that unfortunately is taking some people's jobs. But anyway, no, we actually don't use AI for our customer support team, but we are not currently hiring. But if you are interested in potentially one day being considered for it, I would just suggest you send your resume and a short, brief introduction as to why we should consider you for the future, and then we'll put you down on our list. And then when the time comes, we'll go through our list and act accordingly. But we don't have anything going right now, or even we've not talked about introducing anybody in the short term.
Agreed, Mario. This person said, do you guys, or shout out to John Parent. He said, do you guys have charts showing a buy or a sell signal based on the TA? Another topic that we're going to be working on in the future. Mario, any thoughts on that question?
Well, I can't comment on that, like Larry Fink said, but I can tell you something. The chart that you're seeing right now is the worst that it's ever going to look. There's something really cool that the team's working on. Again, obviously, we want to hype people up. We would love I would love to be able to tell you everything that's being worked on behind the scenes. But I'll confirm. Yes, there is advanced charting capabilities that the team's working on to introduce, having the ability to use the TradingView like tools right within Merlin, so you don't have to use TradingView separately. So that is in the works.
And for anyone who's new to the Merlin product, remember, click on the link if you're watching on YouTube, or just head on over to merlincrypto.com. You can try it 30 days completely free. You get access to the full application, the exit tool, the tax estimates, all of those great things. Also, it's like I said earlier, the second you connect your exchange, all that data is automatically correlated to the Merlin app. You don't have to do all this yourself. We have software applications that do it for you. So check it out today, completely free at www.merlincrypto.com. That is merlincrypto.com. Hashtag Johnny Crypto for 5% off your cannolis at your local restaurant. Now, Mario, I did just want to give you a chance to kind of comment here. We're already 22 minutes in. If you guys have any questions in the live chat, be sure to ask them now. I want to give a huge shout out to Love Stocks. Huge shout out to KG, and I'm going to try to pronounce your name, KG, okay? Is it Soak? Let me know in the live chat. Say yes or no. Is it pronounced Soak? Because I want to make sure I get it correct going forward. But Mario, any thoughts here? And then we'll either wrap it up or answer some questions.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, we do have a couple minutes left, so we'll certainly answer them. But today's episode was really focused on our big announcement of the assets list, all the things showcasing to everyone. There you go, Abs, you got it right. Soak. Showcasing to everyone the new things that you can do with this asset view. It's great. It's responsive. On mobile, it looks as equally as good. It's customizable. I absolutely love it. The team has done a great job to finally introduce this. It's one of my favorite features, or I should say, it's one of my favorite enhancements to date. But there's so many new enhancements that are in the works that I know that this is very soon not going to be my favorite one anymore. But that was the bulk of it. If anybody has any questions, I see we have a question from Chris.
Chris commented, can you add stocks portfolio into Merlin as well as crypto? Mario, floor is yours.
Yeah, so we have currently as an automated process, right? So the ability to connect your wallets and exchanges automatically so that it syncs automatically going forward. We do not have the ability to do stocks, but we built Merlin with a bunch of manual tools. And what this means is that you could technically track any asset that you want. Obviously, it does mean that you have to track it manually. And obviously, it does mean that you have to track its price manually. But with this add coins manually, you do have the option, like, let's say I want to track gold, right? And with gold, we could probably trick the system because there's a gold representation crypto, right? Like the, I forget the name of that one.
PAX-G.
PAX-G, yeah. So because PAX-G follows the price of gold, let's say you actually have physical gold, you could potentially use PAX-G, but let's say you have another asset that is not that does not have a digital representation. Like, for example, let's say I want to do gold. I could do gold here. Let's say that I have 10 ounces of gold. You could put a name to it. You could put custom or gold reserve, and you could put the price in here, and then The only thing is you have to come in here and update either your holdings or your price every time that there's been a change. But you can track anything other than crypto.
Paul commented, if you guys don't mind, can you give me your quick thoughts on XDC? All I can say about that is I own a little bit, my friend, but we are working for the Merlin app right now. Come to GMC, ask that same question. You're going to get a different answer, but all I'll say is I own the token. Bill Ramsey said, I'm pumped to try it out and start more, though thorough understanding of the market and my investment. I appreciate you guys. Let's get it. Let's get it, Bill. It's like we said, 2025, you may even get tired of winning in the Merlin community as well, Mario, but any final updates here? And then we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. If you have any questions in the live chat, be sure to put those in there now. This is the Merlin live Q&A session, episode 9 edition. Mario, you know what that means. We're coming for that double-digit crown next episode. That's what we're talking about. So any closing remarks?
We are coming for that double-digit crown. And yeah, I'll just end it with check out merlincrypto.com. The first 30 days are free. There is also an option for you to watch a demo, an in-depth demo where I show you exactly all the different features of Merlin. I highly recommend you get started. First 30 days are free. You have direct access as soon as you sign up to our support team. I am part of the support team. And if you need help getting set up, you can literally schedule a call with our team and we'll help you get set up. So even before you pay, you're getting all that value up front for the first 30 days. And then you can have your account fully set up and ready to go, ready for the bull run before you even start paying for Merlin. So obviously head over to merlincrypto.com. Click on that get started button, sign up for your first 30 days free, and start tracking your crypto smarter.
Absolutely, guys. And if you're feeling real enthusiastic, real optimistic, and you say, hey, Mario, I want one of those whites hat, we have a merchandise store as well where you can get Merlin gear. Johnny Crypto would love the fact that I'm plugging it, guys. So if you want to make Johnny Crypto's day, head on over to our Merlin merch store where you can get the iconic Johnny Crypto sleeveless for a price that I don't even know off the top of my head. So whatever that price is, guys, I'm sure it's a deal coming from Johnny Crypto. But on a more important note, create a plan today. If you decide not to use Merlin, get a sticky note, get a piece of paper, write down some of your financial goals. If you have $1,000 in the market and your goal is to make $100,000, you need to get realistic and you need to create a plan for yourself where you can be successful and compound some of this wealth in the short term. We're going into a bull run. We've already started to feel that since November. A lot of these assets that we talk about on a daily basis are going to be overvalued here in the next 6 months. And it's the people who don't take any profit that are going to have the hardest time kind of stomaching some of these losses during the next 12 months or so. But I'm going to check the live chat really quick. Somebody said, should I still make an exit plan if my portfolio is small or should I keep stacking my ships? You should absolutely make an exit plan. If you decide not to use Merlin, that's totally your decision, but you need to create a plan for yourself because think about it this way. What we've seen every single bull market in the past is these prices go up and then they regress 85%. That doesn't matter if you only have $100 or you have $1 million. You're going to want to lock in that profit at the top. So if your $100 goes to 200, take a little bit of profit and get ready for these assets to dip once again. You can use the same capital to multiply your holdings. It's how the successful players do it, guys. So I hope that answers your question, Aaron. Bill commented the American flag, America, baby. Lovestock said, awesome. Even have thousands watching on X with this. Go Mario and Abs. Yes, we do, guys. Shout out to the Merlin application. Don't forget, tag Johnny Crypto, give Abs a raise. Now, here's another one. How do I know if my exit plan is the Fibonacci is set up correctly? What if I sell and it never goes back down? Well, if you sell and it never goes back down, that's why you have an exit plan. You're not getting 100% out of these assets. Sell 5%, sell 1%, sell 25%. Speaking personally for myself, Mario, I have a 35% exit plan where even if XRP goes to $10,000 this bull run, I'm holding 65% of my bag long-term, no matter what these price targets are. So it really just comes down to whatever particular strategy you would like to implement. Tasha commented, Johnny's rubberneck theory. You watch it go up and you watch it come all the way down. If you want to be like Johnny Crypto, create an exit plan. But Mario, those seems to be all the questions that we have for today. Nathan says, see you tomorrow. John Parent says, no sleeves. We love and appreciate you guys. Julie Taft says she's late to this. Welcome to the show. No such thing as late, Julie. You're right on time. So thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you. Reminder, if you haven't tried out Merlin, completely free. First 30 days, click on the link below the video or head on over to merlincrypto.com. Mario, any closing remarks for today?
No, it's been a really exciting episode. Anybody that just joined now, that I highly encourage you go check out the initial part of the video where we show you the new enhancements that were made to Merlin. It is the smartest way to track your crypto, and we are on track to becoming the only app you need in crypto. So we look forward to seeing everyone in the next episode. We wish you a rest of a fantastic day and rest of a fantastic week, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much, guys. And we're going to wrap it up for today. We appreciate you. We'll see you in 23 hours if you're a Good Morning Crypto listener. But most importantly, head on over to merlincrypto.com. Remember, it's free. You're not going to be charged. If on day 28 you decide to cancel this, you're not going to be charged for a month. It is completely free the first 30 days. Very simple for people to understand because, again, there's no opportunity cost. Get in there, try it out. If you don't like it, cancel it. You'll never be charged. So merlincrypto.com, check it out, create a plan. Thank you. I don't know how to close this out because it's not Good Morning Crypto. So I'm just going to say I'm wishing you all an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow on Good Morning Crypto episode. So thank you, Mario.
Bye, everyone.